Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so gross out. And like, I don't know if you guys are like this, but every time it's gross, if it's rainy or like for, the majority of the Canadian year, and it's like winter and there's like no sunlight, I can't deal. Can't deal. Seasonal depression is just not fun. But anyways, I thought it would be fun and would bring me joy to come on here and talk to you guys because it's shitty out. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit, like tiny little bit, not take up a ton of your time, about my story, my journey, because it is Transformation Tuesday after all. So I thought I would just share because 100-pound weight loss has a lot to share about. But I started my journey back in 2014. And I was, 6 or 8 weeks postpartum after having Aubrey. I've had 3 C-sections. I've struggled with postpartum depression and anxiety after my last 2 pregnancies. After my first pregnancy, I was totally fine. Didn't find that I struggled with like the mental part or even really like the physical part. I lost the weight pretty quickly. But after I had my last 2, it was like struggle city. I had done everything. And like when I say everything, I mean like I ran at the local track, I went for walks, I went for hikes, I joined a local boot camp, I got a personal trainer, I got a gym membership, like I freaking did it all. And guess what? I lost like maybe 6 pounds in all of that. I legit lost like no weight doing that. I got completely discouraged because I had no freaking idea what to do at the gym. I would go to the gym and there'd just be all this equipment and like my comfort zone. I was a runner in high school and in like all of elementary school, all of high school. I ran after I had Sophie. It was just something that I did. So I was like, right away, treadmill, it's my comfort zone, whatever. I had no idea how to use any of the machines. I didn't know how to do anything. Like, I literally walked around like I was like lost in a maze. Like I was just like, what the fuck? And with having 3 kids, I was like taking forever to get them all packed up and then bring them to the gym. And I was nursing Aubrey at the time, and she just cried and cried and cried every time I would attempt to leave her. So the one time that I brought her to the gym, she just cried the whole time. And then I just didn't want to go anymore. Like, who wants to do that? Like, you're just gonna like stress yourself out. It takes so much time, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it anymore. And so I picked up, I had an Insanity from like, I think a garage sale, with Shaun T. And I picked that up. Mind you guys, I was like 230 pounds. And so I picked that up off my shelf, and it was humbling. It was a humbling experience, because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do any of it. I swore and I cried and I screamed and I was so mad. I didn't focus on my nutrition at all. I've had like most of my life I've struggled with eating disordered habits. And so like I didn't focus on my nutrition. It was either I was binging or I was starving. Like there was no like happy medium. So I really, really struggled. And I didn't know how to get anywhere or how to get results, like at all. It was terrible. Oh my gosh, you guys, I totally just lost my train of thought because I was looking out the window and this is so random. My neighbors have this like really intense like spider web thing set up for Halloween, and they also have 3 little boys, and their kids are like mine and they're crazy. But I thought one of them fell like in between the like porch bars. Anyway, it was just like one of the stuffed things they have up for their Halloween decorations. So I was like totally spaced. But back to the eating thing. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to eat. I didn't know how much to eat. I didn't know how to fuel my body properly. Because again, I was either binging or I was starving myself. Like I literally would binge like crazy, like I was never going to eat again, and I would eat all the like really, really terrible things. Or there was like a long time in my life where I would just eat like a Werther's caramel thing to curb hunger. Okay, So, I don't know why this isn't working. That's really making me mad. There we go. What the heck? Anyway, so on top of like all of that, I wasn't confident in my skin. Like, I felt like everybody was seeing all the things that bothered me every time I would walk outside. And so I remember walking back with the younger two, back home after dropping Soph off, and all I kept thinking was like my weight and my self-confidence issues and like all of this stuff was gonna hold my kids back, because I wasn't gonna want to talk to other moms for play dates or birthday parties or like any of those things. I didn't want to, because I was so focused on not feeling good in my skin. And so I decided from that moment on that I was going to make a fucking change. Like, I was going to do something, because they didn't deserve for how I felt to impact them. So I researched and I researched and I researched and finally found something that was going to work for me. And 3 weeks later, after starting, I had lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks. I had finally figured out how to like fuel my body, like not to binge, not to starve, but like to actually fuel my body. I was not only focusing on like the weight loss, but I was focusing more on my mindset. And I noticed that like the more that I was active and the better that I ate and the more things that I did, my anxiety was better and my depression was better and I felt better, and I just continued to lose weight, and I just continued to challenge myself, and I continued to grow. But here's the thing, not only was it nutrition and fitness, which again, like I changed up and I went from like dance programs to cardio to like weightlifting type stuff. I changed it up. I kept my body guessing and I kept it fun for myself. But on top of all of this, I also had like the most intense and amazing group of women ever. And I think really, like, I mean, we can all look on like YouTube and Pinterest and Google and Facebook and Instagram and all the things and really be like so overwhelmed with like the amount of resources that are out there with fitness and nutrition and workouts and meal plans and like whatever. But the thing that I was missing was having somebody in my corner, was having the accountability, was having people that were on the same journey as me. Losing 100 pounds, losing 10 pounds, losing 5 pounds, wanting to tone up, wanting to whatever, getting vulnerable like that isn't something that's like very fun to do by yourself. And it makes you feel really alone when you do it by yourself. So I felt really, really alone until I had this virtual community where we would do workouts together and we would talk and we would share recipes and we would like all of this stuff. It was just like this really great community of women that I could like bond with, and we shared pictures of our kids and we shared really hilarious like memes. Okay, also random total side note, when I said memes, I really wanted to say memes because one of my husband's really good friends calls them memes for some reason. That's how he thinks to say it. And so every time my husband sends me a meme, that's what he calls them. And so that's what we call them to each other, and that's what I was going to say. But anyways, it was just like a really, really great thing to be a part of. And that's honestly what has helped me lose 100 pounds. It's what's helping me heal on this new journey. It's the thing that, keeps us connected and makes us feel united and not so separated. And it makes us have fun in the journey rather than like absolutely hate it. And it keeps it fun and fresh and new. And so with all of that, I want you to do it with me. Like, I don't want you to be alone. I want you to have the tools and the resources and the friendship and the community. And I talk to people all the time and hear it all the time. People are afraid of failing again or wasting their time or their money or their energy or whatever. But here's the thing. It's results or refunds. Like, that's just how it works. And I am living proof that you can lose the weight, you can get healthy, you can focus on yourself, you can create really great friendships and a really great new lifestyle with balance and donuts and pizza and wine while still getting results. And that's what it's about. So not only do I want to talk to you guys about my transformation today, but I want to talk to you guys about yours. I don't want you to keep putting it on the back burner. I don't want you to keep, putting it off, because it's not just about transforming your body. It's about transforming your mind too. So the doors are open. I want you in. Are you in?